New week, so time for a new video. We'll be going live later tonight to go over every chart and stuff, but for now I will make a quick video, both for the Discord community and also for YouTube and Twitter. So if you appreciate it, make sure to hit that like button. To kick it off first, quick thanks to my partner Bytunix for allowing premium members to also join the Discord server, the premium side of the server, where you get daily updates, a lot of insights by other people as well. My updates, Truehood today on the main pairs, statistical updates, a lot of stuff, including a course. So definitely make sure to check it out. And then for now, let's dive into the chart. Price has been giving us some super interesting price action. We have this potential 1, 2, 3 with a break back in the range, very similar to what we had here, which was the range end of last year, where we also had that 1, 2, 3 break back in the range. And here we continued this slow die down lower, while right now price is at least it bounced from the value from the POC right here. So price came into the POC, took out a lot of sell-side liquidity that was resting below these lows, and early this week we had that news, or at least that announcement from Trump that he was that he had good talks with Iran, which caused all markets to surge higher. However, Iran is saying that they are not in talk with the US. US gave them a 5-day window to accept it, and that is also when like 3,000 US troops arrive in Iran. So a very news-driven week where the whole world is basically watching what is gonna happen and how do oil, the S&P, gold, and then therefore also BTC react on it. So definitely a super interesting week, but not a week where you should push the pedal too hard. So I'm just looking at it from my place how I always play it, which is my main demand and supply zones, and then combine that with ranges. We took out a lot of sell-side liquidity, and my view right now is we either gonna reject from this local supply zone. So then I'm looking for a rejection a little higher. Would like to see yesterday's high be taken out. If we then accept back in the range with a market structure confirmation, then I'm interested in shorts to trade this down. Then this demand is super important because it's range demand. We basically move down, low, lower high, low, low, lower high, low, low, break back to bullish, creating this range demand with more refined demand into it. So that is definitely a level bulls want to defend. So this is where I'm interested in longs. The reason why this is super important to hold for bulls is because if we lose that zone, there's basically nothing to hold price up anymore. So if bulls want to defend price, let's extend the chart a little bit, then they should defend this zone. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that it will be a quick move towards these stacked lows. So bulls definitely want to defend this zone. So that's always an area where I'm interested because it's like a do or die level. Either bulls show up there and defend the level, or it's like lights out and looking for shorts on any backtests. So my main area I'm watching is, which I also announced yesterday in the stream, is basically this range where you can extend your range. So this is like technically tab 1, tab 2, but because they're so close to each other, I will just see this as tab 1 and then look for deviations of that high. This is the local low. So as usual, waiting for either the range extreme, the range high to be taken out, and then look for potential deviations there for distribution model, or look for the range low to be taken out with the combination of that demand resting right below it. So clean levels to look at. Then if price does not deviate, or at least does not give a distribution right here, then there's also quite a lot of confluence for price to reach this higher zone, 74K, where we have the breakdown. So this is also a range supply, super clean level. We have pretty big single prints right here on the TPO chart, which I show you in a minute. So for price, there's definitely a reason to also fill this level. So basically the main areas on the chart I'm keeping an eye on is this local supply, which is 45-minute supply, and then this zone above for potential shorts, and like here for longs. I'm not saying this will happen or that will happen. I literally have to see what does price do if we move into those levels. So those are my POIs, and in the Discord, I will, by the time it happens, I will share my view on it. But for now, I'm just waiting, and like price is telling that it's not sure what to do either. So this is just ranging, waiting for the extremes to be hit. Then I can quickly show the TPO chart. This is TPO chart. Here we can see, like, last week we had multiple daily untested POCs resting below. So then there's a reason for price to move into them because they act as magnets and also as support. Right now, those levels have been taken out and we don't really have daily POCs above and below. So that means that for price, there's not really a magnet to move into until, like, if it wants to load, like here, 60, just on a 64 is one, but basically that's the only one we have remaining right now. So then the main levels I'm watching at are single prints, which are these green boxes. So we have one above just under 74k, and like this is a bearish one and this is the bullish one. So then what you want to see, like price really likes to fill those single prints, basically because it are like, yeah, truly like gaps in the market, and the market doesn't like to leave gaps behind. So sooner or later, pretty sure they will be tested. Then this one is above, so you can see that as a bearish one, and the one below can be seen as the bullish one. What you want to see is that price, if it moves into it, that it gives a quick move and then moves away from it. You don't want to see price stall here too long because that would mean weakness. You either fill the single prints and then get like a move away, or you want them to, it has to be a quick move away, or there's the risk that it's gonna feel much lower. So main POIs, which align with the chart I just shared here, is this demand with that imbalance above it, and this one right here. So basically there my alerts are set, just waiting for this local range to watch in confluence with the lower PY, higher PY, and that one right there. That's it. Then quickly going over gold, because gold has made a crazy move down over last week, where we had a local model 1 distribution range right there, which we traded in the community. I missed it because of timing, but some other took it, which was super nice. Did not expect price to move, like, I believe close to 20% down after this local range, but yeah, super clean. It perfectly tapped into a high time frame demand, which you can see here. Let me close this off. Tapped into that demand, which is also the deviation threshold till literally the exact point, and price bounce from it after taking out all the sell-side liquidity. So nice bounce from the level, and now I'm monitoring this local range, where yesterday during the stream I mentioned this model 1, or like 3 drive, and don't start hating in my comments, it's a model 1. I call this a 3 drive because it's more vertical and not really ranging. So 1, 2, 3, 3 drive, gave a 1 minute break of structure, could have been the short towards the range low. Let me show you right here. So you have 1, 2, 3 exhaustion. Here you have your 2 candles going down before up. So this is your break of structure. Could have been the short from here after the break, stop at the high, target your low right there. For like a 6R, would have been a super clean one. I did not take it for transparency, but it would have been a valid one. Like here, I would have taken out some on the way out down because you're already nicely in profit. But you see that price moves up, probably takes some liquidity or like taps in this supply zone. There's always a reason why price rejects from some level, and then it completed the model. So if you held till the technical target, then you can see that price, eventually hit it right there. And that's where I also mentioned, like, on the range, this is the range high, this is the range low, then you can watch for potential accumulation distributions to flow over into accumulations. So if we pull the fib from this low to that high, then you can see that your 7.2 and 7.86 is located right here, where you also have this sell to strong buy, aka demand. So what did price do? This is super clean price action. It's like, you can't ask for much more. You are trending down, so low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then here basically lower high, lower low, bullish break. So this is your bullish break after a 2-tap, which is technically also valid to trade as long as your structure breaks the bullish. So this is the bullish boss. And then always important, what does price leave behind? So here you have sell to buy with that clean imbalance left behind, aka good demand creation. And I always say, like, if you get a retest, you want structure to be in your favor. So remember, here we have tap 1, range low, tap 2, potential new range low, and here I already extended the range to the second tap. But then price broke structure, pushed above. So then you can watch, okay, what is structure coming into your demand POI, which is this level. Then you have like low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, break back to bullish. This is your breaker structure, back to bullish. And then also here, what does price leave behind? This is basically down, break, creating range demand, mitigate, continue up. So this was your second tap. It's always riskier to trade. So sometimes it can you can trade it after the break, stop there, target a range high, which would have been a nice 4.4R, but it's always safer to wait for your tap 3. So here you have your PY, demand PY. Price comes into it, breaks back to bullish. The moment you break back to bullish, you can enter, but then you buy green candles. You don't want to buy green candles. And price left the range demand behind. So then there's always a reason for price to retest that range demand, which happened here. And that is your buying confirmation. So then you can buy, stop loss, then below this step, because this already mitigated this demand. Like, if we refine it here, perfect tap. So this is your entry, stop loss is that tap right there. And then target is right there. So also 4.4R. This was unfortunate timing, so I did not get in. So I mapped out some new levels where I'm interested in potentially trading this back up, which is this demand right here with that overlapping demand just above it. So right now I see that price is coming down, leaving some supply behind. So it's always, let's zoom out. What is price doing? Okay, here, supply, important to be aware of. And then we look here, this is the 45-minute demand POI. And then if we refine it more, you can see that it's overlapped with a 3-minute demand POI. So I have my alerts ready, and then I'm looking for how does structure move into it. So what I would like to see is this, tap into that demand, then maybe like a local model 2 or model 1, 1, 2, 3, get in, break back to bullish, and then enter there. And then you could easily, if this mitigates well and gives a clean breaker structure in the form of this move right there, then you can enter there and use this as your stop loss. And then target right there, and main target is the range high. So that's a move I'm looking for at gold today. Needs to be also keep in mind that you have supply creation here. And then to close it off, TAO moving strongly lately. So let's clean this up. Had a range high, range low, deviated to range high, then started ranging in the middle where it formed a model 2 reaccumulation. So you have low, high, then it even gave like a 1, 2, 3 distribution, flowing over into a 1, 2, 3, 4 reaccumulation, pushing price above the range. So right now I'm watching how does price behave here above the range. Buying above the range is always riskier place because you want to buy the discount and not premium. But we have a local range formed right here with range high, tap 1 at low, tap 2, and this one mitigated the demand at the top of the range. So this could potentially flow over into a new accumulation or into a distribution. Depends on what we get first. Do we move higher, or does price come back here and then look for a model 2, 1, 2, 3, or for a new low for a model 1. Alts are a bit riskier because all eyes are on Bitcoin and gold and stocks. So take it in confluence with BTC. Thanks for watching, and that's it.